Hi, I'm Christine Heideck with PTO Answers, and I am here today to share with you 4 fundraisers that you should be avoiding at all cost. These are crappy fundraisers that are going to be a waste of your time, going to give you a headache, and you are generally going to hate life if you sign up for one of these, so avoid them. So the first one is fundraisers with low profit margins. So generally you should be looking for non-food fundraisers to have a profit margin of at least 50%, maybe 40% if it's something like really good that you think will sell really readily, but generally that's the profit margin. And usually for everything else, it's the profit split is usually you get about 40%. Anything less than 40%, you need to question whether it is a good use of your time. I have yet to see a fundraiser with lower than that is actually something that I want to do as a fundraising chair, that my PTO is interested in doing, or that my families are interested in buying. So think very carefully about that one, but I kind of think that's a waste of your time. The next type of fundraisers that you should avoid is one that is just selling junk. I mean, that's the problem. If you look around your house, you have lots of stuff that seemed like a good idea at the time to buy, but you're not actually using, and now it is just collecting dust. If you're not offering high quality products for your families to buy, they are going to pass. Doesn't matter that it's giving back to the school, they're going to be having a really hard time justifying buying it if it is complete junk. So look through the catalogs, look through the company's look through their product offerings. And if you don't see yourself as the fundraising chair or as the PTO leader, at least I want to be like really generous and say 5 items, but I'm going to say 10 items. Let's split it in half and let's go, well, we can't really split it in half, but let's go with like 7 or 8 items. If you don't see 7 or 8 items that you personally would have no problem shelling out however much money they're asking for, then that is probably not going to be a good fundraiser. If you don't trust yourself to make this decision, ask a buddy. Say, what out of here would you actually buy? Like, would you actually buy for the money that it costs? Okay. If they are struggling to come up with things, or they're only like finding 1 or 2 things, you might want to think long and hard about that fundraiser, because if they are having trouble and if you are having trouble, guess what? Everybody else is going to have trouble like deciding what to buy or deciding what they can part their hard-earned dollars for. And that's going to be one, I just don't think it's going to be a good fundraiser for you. So the next fundraiser to avoid, I think at all costs, are ones that require way too stinking many volunteers. So like to pull off. So if you have a large volunteer base and you think you can pull off a fundraiser that requires 50 volunteers, go for it. But if you have a small team of dedicated, but you can only do so much with like small numbers, let's be realistic, because nobody is getting paid to PTO. Right? These are all volunteer jobs, roles that we're taking on. If you have a small team, then you really want to be cognizant of the amount of work that you can ask your volunteers to do. Even if you, as the fundraising chair, are super dedicated because you're like, this is the year we're going to make $15,000 or $20,000 or even $5,000. I know there are budgets of all sorts out there in PTO land. Then you want to be realistic that if you are choosing a fundraiser with a huge time commitment, but it is like you and your BFF running the PTO, y'all are going to be hating life. So I think it's better for you to choose a fundraiser that requires less work from volunteers. Along those same lines, fundraisers with kind of, I'll call them logistical issues, you want to avoid. So I have shared this story before, but I'm going to share it again because it is a great one. So early on in my PTO career, the fundraising chair decided to go with a fun-shaped pasta fundraiser. Okay, so there were it was pasta of all different sorts of shapes and sizes. You could buy ballerina pasta. You could buy soccer ball pasta. You could buy chef, like little chef hat pastas, right? You get the idea. Any kind of thing. There were I don't know, probably 60 or 70 different types of pasta that could be ordered. Well, the problem was that when the fundraising orders came in, they did not come pre-sorted. Oh no. They sent all of the ballerina pasta together, and then all of the soccer pasta together, and then all of the chef hat pasta together. And so the volunteers had to manually sort the different fundraising orders. Well, the problem was that this was a very popular fundraiser. And so we didn't have a dedicated PTO room at the school. And so we took over the teacher's lounge for a couple days, and they were probably hating on us because, y'all, there was like no room to walk in there. We were like jumping over boxes because, of course, there was no place to like spread out and sort everything. It was a nightmare. We were laughing in good sports about it at the time, but I was thinking, oh my God, what if I am ever fundraising chair? This is not the type of fundraiser that I'm ever going to do because it is such a logistical nightmare. It took at least 6 of us sorting those freaking bags for like hours. I know I was up there for at least a day and a half sorting those stupid things. And that is before people could even come and get their orders. So it is very similar to the too many volunteers. Of course, our issue there was that we didn't have space to do this. Maybe if we'd had access to the gym, it wouldn't have been a problem, but they were having gym class as we were sorting these stupid bags of pasta. So so there you have it. There are the 4 types of fundraisers that I think you should avoid at all costs. If you want a bonus type of fundraiser that I believe you should avoid, go ahead and check out the blog post that is on the same topic. I have dropped the link down below, so go check that out for the 5th fundraiser to avoid. If you have enjoyed this video, if you want more PTO nerdiness in your life, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, won't you? And maybe even tell a friend. Share it with someone who you like to nerd out with on this subject. So until next time, you take care. Bye-bye.